So from T side, let's review the smokes going into A site. I'll show you cat since we're here. As long as you have shower control and lawn control, which I will show you later. But this corner here, follow the bowl up to where it meets this. Just on the inside, there's smoke into bank, so no one can see when they're in there. Also, if you go slightly to the outside, it will bounce. Let's try that again. That will bounce, smoking the guy here. If you want to jump up on here, it's a very, very, very tight angle, and if he doesn't do it right, he will fall and expose himself. And then for eco rounds, if you just want to try to get the bomb down, you can smoke the front of the site by coming into here. Center crosshair on the edge of the C, the corner, and the edge of the next blue white circle here. Put it in the middle. Go up slightly to the bottom of that leaf, just below it. Throw. That will stop. Damn, all my smokes are off right now. This sucks. I haven't practiced this in so long. There we go. That's what it's supposed to do. Epic fail. So that will smoke the right side. If you come over here, line yourself up with this wall, put your crosshair right there, and jump throw, it will bounce off the ceiling, land right in the front. As long as that smoke's there, you can come up, plant right in the smoke, and they will not see you. The only problem, this, depending on how well you throw that smoke, there are different variations of it. You can throw from close in the corner, a little further out, a little off center. Takes a lot of practice to get it right to land perfectly. Right there, so you can plant right on the edge. You can actually plant on the outside of that. Slightly. Very, very slightly. Now for lawn control, before you even peek this, corner there, center crosshair inside the top B, all the way to the top of the B. Run throw when your crosshair reaches the top of this little planter thing, concrete wall. That will force the opper or whoever holding this to fall either forward, in which you have a teammate here hopefully to shoot them, or it'll force them to fall into sight. So once you get lawn control, this edge right here, where the grass meets the gravel or whatever, come up to it, center crosshair on that corner where this line and this line meet, and jump throw. That will smoke off the old T stairs. So you can at least get control in here. So if they throw that smoke to land here on top of the T-stair smoke, it'll give you nice control of A entry. Now let's review the B smokes coming into B. There are multiple smokes and mollies you can get from here. Heaven smoke, I think everyone knows heaven smoke, fairly simple. Come into this corner, put your crosshair in between the middle of this point and that point right there. Smoke heaven perfectly every time, right in the middle. There's a smoke for cat if you line yourself with this dot. Only reason why I line myself up with this dot is because if you throw from out here, your shoulder will show and you can get shot at. You can kind of throw it anywhere between here and here, but lining up with this dot will ensure that you at least are hidden to the bottom of that pole. So your crosshair bounces off this. Smoke cat perfectly every time in the middle. Now there's also a molly. If you stand in this corner and look up at this weird, whatever this contraption is on the top here, on the right side of it, go up to about there, that line, and run through a little bit. That will molly out barrels, forcing him out. And if this person has a flash as well, they can flash over here, and that will flash them in pit. As long as it's perfectly timed, the flash will land behind here by the time your teammates get into sight or get into lower, and you can take A control, or B control, I'm sorry. Now there are two crucial A smokes, in my opinion, depending on how aggressively the terrorists want to play. Quick side note about these smokes. They have to be thrown as fast as possible. The best terrorist spawn, where am I? Best terrorist spawn, it takes roughly 10 seconds to get 2 stairs, roughly, on average. And this smoke takes roughly 5 to 6 seconds to bloom. So that leaves, 4-5 seconds to get the smoke, get in position, throw it. So it's a very, very, very quick smoke. So ideally you want to have the person that spawns out here and the person that spawns out here to have the smokes ready so they can be thrown as fast as possible. This is to stop a B-rush. So if this person is going to come into this corner, you can actually wiggle left and right. You want to wiggle left, put the center of the crosshair a third of the way between this point and that point, right on the edge, and throw. That will land off of the railing. Smoke this perfectly every time. The other smoke come into this corner, the edge of whatever this green thing is on the truck in the bed. Right on the edge of that, go all the way up to the first line. Actually, I'm sorry, it was the top line. And throw. That will fall down, bounce off the angle, and land short tunnel perfectly. And like I said, each smoke takes about 5 to 6 seconds to bloom, so you have 45 seconds to throw it by the time the terrorists get here in about 10 seconds. And that would be smoked off, and this would be smoked off. And that should do it for Overpass Smoke review.